What's going on, everybody? Sparks Comics here, bringing you guys a Sparks Notes for MFKZ issue number 1. This one from Behemoth Comics, from the Happy Tank Comics imprint. Here it is. It's a large comic, so we got a lot to talk about. But first, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Drop a like on the video and let me know what you guys thought of MFKZ issue number 1 down in the comments below. Welcome back, everybody. Let's start talking about this comic. Like I said, MFKZ issue number 1 from Behemoth Comics, Happy Tanks Comics imprint. This one disapproved by the Comics Code Authority. I like that extra little touch on these covers. This one's created by Guillaume Renard. So you might just see that it's credited as being by Run. English localization by Dan Christensen. And this one, if you haven't checked out the MFKZ Netflix movie, definitely worth watching. And this one kind of picks up at the start of that movie, goes into some more details that we're not seeing in the movie. And it maybe is halfway through the movie, all in issue number 1. Some history about this comic. It was a French comic originally by Run, which then it got turned into a movie over in France, and now it's made its way over to America, got turned into a movie on Netflix, and is now becoming a comic. So it's kind of doing the opposite direction here in terms of creation, movie to comic versus comic to movie. But I loved the movie when I watched it, and I knew this was an absolute must pick up. So I picked up some of the other covers. There's a B cover. There is a C cover here. There was a limited D cover, Vin's Diesel variant, a 1 in 5, what'd they call it, the Bad Day variant there, and then of course the Cyberpunk 2077 Garbage Pail Kids cross homage here for Cyberpunk 2077, and there was a ton of store covers. Where did my other one? Well, somewhere I've got the version of this, but also the trade here of the Farside Comics Ryan Brown exclusive, which is super cool. And then, oh yeah, here's the version cover of that. So I went in on the covers for this one because I knew, based on the movie, this was going to be an epic story. And the comic did not disappoint in that. There it is on the cover. The story is about this kind of alternate world of Los Angeles. A really cool thing in the back, you get some information from Run about his fascination with Los Angeles, and he wanted to create this kind of as a tribute to the city, and not necessarily the glitzy parts of the city, but more the down and dirty parts of the city. And there's this culture with the wrestling piece in there too, which is really cool. But he's trying to recreate the parts that he liked when he visited LA in the past. And we've got some real relatable things going on, being late to work, getting in trouble at work, trying to make it, pay rent, all these kinds of things. We got some fantastical kind of things, like a guy with the flaming skull head, like a ferret dude, and then this guy who's just like, what is he, right? We don't know. We have some other fantastical creatures throughout, but those are, our three main guys are these fantastical looking guys. And, like I said, if you do follow if you have followed the movie and watched it, you know DMC, Dark Meat City, this the city that they live in, and this follows really close to the movie in that we're seeing him get distracted by a beautiful girl while he's trying to make this pizza delivery, or essentially get fired if he doesn't deliver it on time, and he gets hit by a truck, which really just starts off at this cascade of events, leading to people trying to track him down because there's something going on, and you don't get that revealed in here, so I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen the movie. So there's some things I knew about because I'd seen the movie that happened later after this comic. So it's really cool kind of taking a step back, knowing those things in the future, and now looking at it through a different lens and reading this story. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the extra details that the comic gets into that the movie takes out. The cockroaches that infest his apartment but are also his friends are just as creepy as they were already. Vince is still that great friend character, kind of doing his thing, getting creeped out by the cockroaches and all of that. Lots of interesting extra details, like this dream sequence that he has that involves pizza, and pizza has wings. I'm assuming that's a little bit of representing the crash, but also the girl that he saw before he crashed. And then there's this bit where he's seemingly like sprouting things off of his head and growing powers. And so what in the world could Angelino have seen? Angelino being our main character guy. It's just this whole mystery that's building up in this first issue, and I'm enjoying the fact that I seeing the movie, know what's going to happen, but thinking about it from someone who hasn't seen that perspective, it's cool knowing how this is being built up in the comic, and that you don't really know any of that, and it's like, what? Okay, why are these guys coming after him? What is going on here? And that's enough that I would be all over wanting to read more if I didn't know what was going on. I want to read more because I do know what's going on, and I think it's going to be awesome to get the extra details. And then there's going to be more. There's going to be more outside of what happens in the movie. I believe, I don't remember the exact numbers, but there's lots of issues out in the French form of the comic, and that means that there's a lot more MFKZ story to tell, and I am super excited that we get to read it now in America, and that this could be something that's ongoing for a while. So MFKZ issue number 1, like I said, from the Happy Tank Comics imprint of Behemoth Comics by Run, someone who wants to pay homage to Los Angeles and his experiences there. Highly recommend this. It is a long read for an issue number 1. It does have a $5.99 price tag, but you get a lot of story in here. It's worth it from cover to cover. Quality paper, as always, from Behemoth, and quality artwork. This is just top notch. I don't know if I've shown it any inside panels really. So I'll show a little bit here, a little bit from, we get a little bit different art styles going on in here, but like I said, highly recommend this one. It is strange, it is out there, it is otherworldly, but it is well worth the read. Give it an issue 1 and check it out if you haven't already. I think this is one you don't want to miss this story. especially once it gets beyond what happened in the movie. I really want to know where else they could go, and if there'll ever be another movie of this. So yeah, that's my thoughts on MFKZ issue number 1. If you've made it here and aren't subscribed to the channel, please do that right down below. And then there's a bell right next to that that lets you know when I'm dropping new videos. So hit the bell, hit all notifications, and you'll never miss a video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you thought of MFKZ issue number 1. Are you going to keep reading this one? What's your thoughts on it? And like the video on the way out. As always, collect what you love, guys. See you next time.